Okay, Monday, social studies. We're going to be starting our textbook, Prentice Hall, The American Nation. So let me go ahead and bring this out. There we go. So this is what your book should look like. You should be ready with it. And we are going to just start with the first little part of it. We're going to start. Now, if you would like to read the Focus on Geography page just as an introduction, because this next week we're mostly going to be paying attention to geography, but we are going to start to get into ancient cultures and stuff like that. So it's a good idea to read this just to have a good idea of what we're going to be doing. And the 5 themes of geography. This is the chapter you are going to be reading today. So let's look at the 5 themes of geography. Let's see if I can get this closer in any kind of way that doesn't make everybody seasick. Alright. And focus in. Alright. You got place, physical features, and the human features of that place. You got movement, travel to place, from place to place, exchange of goods and ideas. Location would be latitude and longitude in relation to another place. Interaction, people adapt to their environment. People change the environment. Region, united by similar physical conditions, united by common cultural traits. So these 5 themes are going to be what we are going to be paying attention to probably this whole week, how they all work together. Location, movement, place, region, interaction. Alright, so you're going to read this. Now remember, you've got vocabulary words, geography, history, latitude, longitude, and irrigate. Okay, these are the questions we're going to be exploring. So it's a good idea to look at those questions and say, oh, this is what this is going to answer, and have those questions in the back of your mind as you go. Okay, so remember, do not write in this book. Other classes will have to use them. It's really about 4 pages, but I want you to pay attention to every little part of it. There's connections with geography. There's viewing history, things of ways this city interacts with the environment, and the geographical region, movement region. This will pretty much help you get an introduction, a basic introduction to all of those things. Now, what I want from you is to zero in on the section review. Pull that over. And I want you to do all of them, number 1 through 6. Okay? You can define geography, history, latitude, longitude, and irrigate in your own words, please. I know that they are in the text, so read it. See if you can use context clues to figure out what their definitions are, and define them in your own words, please. Comprehension. Briefly describe the 5 themes of geography. Okay. Number 3, describe 2 examples how the natural environment can affect the way people live. So just going off of these, you should be able to find examples of these to put them in as you turn them in. Then critical thinking. How does the picture of the New England coast in page 17 illustrate the theme of place? Well, let's go to page 17 and see what we're looking at here. Okay, here's page 17. And there's the New England coast. Obviously, we see rocks. We see a lighthouse. I don't think that bird is actually in the picture. We see waves. We see a very, very rocky shore. Okay, well, what was the question? The question is, how does that picture of New England coast on page 17 illustrate the theme of place? Well, first of all, if you need to think about that, go back and read where it talks about place and how people help shape the character of a place through their ideas and actions, and you might be able to come up with a thought or two on that question. Understanding causes and effects. how does modern technology affect the movement of people, goods, and ideas? So we have to understand, how can people move around now? What are the easiest ways to get goods and ideas around? Modern technology does all three of those things very well and very fast. Okay. And remember, I'm going to show you one more time. In order to write all that down and turn it into me, you're going to go to View Assignment. Pretend like that's not there because that's something else. Add or create, make a doc. Okay. Once that goes through and those little things stop going back and forth, click on it. And then you should be able to type all the answers to all the questions I just had you look at. That's on page 7. I want you to answer every question on page 7. Write me a document, and then when you're done, turn it in. Turn that in. All right? Then you can move on to your next assignment in science.